Yo, yo, yo. We on. Shout out D-Rod. Shout out SoCal for that knockout. I see you, D-Rod. We got Bo Nickel, RDR up next, Reindeer Deritter. And I'm going to try to get a special guest on the stream today, but you know, I got to figure out how to do this Zoom and everything like that while and switch cameras, so I got a lot going on. But I got you guys. I'm gonna try to invite my boy MTK in on the post after the fight. Okay, sorry boys, I was texting MTK. That's what I'm saying. You just bear with me, bear with me. I got you though. Let me also get the link going. We're just waiting for Reindeer Deritter versus Bo Nickel coming up. This could be the people's main event. I'm honestly not as excited for Sandhagen versus what's his name? Figgy. Let me get the just sending posting the link on the story on Instagram. Yeah. Let's see. Will Bo Nickel grapple Reindeer? Put a reindeer in the chat or put a wrestling emoji in the chat. Let me make sure my shit's closed. Yeah, it's closed. Alright, we're locked in. Bo Nickel 29, Reindeer 34, 6'4" height for Reindeer, 6'1" Bo. 78 reach for Reindeer, 76-inch reach for Bo. They're both in the octagon already. They should have showed us that walkout. How dare they? The co-main event of the evening, will Bo Nickel grapple Reindeer? I have a little bit of doubts right now because if anybody ever watched Bo Nickel's super grappling match with Gordon Ryan, it did not go well for him at all. Let me go ahead and share this to my story. Hey, let me know, you guys like Bo? Do you not like Bo? Like, tell me what you think. Damn, I should have posted a song on my story, but oh well. Reindeer, the Ritter. Hey, this guy's got all the experience in the world, I'll tell you that much, against Bo right now. Let's see what happens here. Bo's in Iowa. Alright, they're about to start. Bo's been trolling the fans. He's working decent head movement here on Reindeer. They're clinched up. Let's see if they grapple. Bo's got him up against the cage. This is just what we wanted to see, boys. This is all we care about. Still up on the cage. Bo's got a little, like, I don't know, he's got it. He's got his lat, he's got his inside thigh. Reindeer is definitely bigger than Bo, though, it looks like. But honestly, I'm gonna criticize Bo right now. He's up to some bullshit already. I can just sense it. All right, there's an elbow. Playing the game though. Playing the game. Bo's gonna work on his grappling. Control time, not do much. He better not do that shit. All right, so they're back in the clinch. Bo's got him up against the cage, but this is Bo's problem. He will not take him down, and we know he can. So let's call that out right now. Bo can take this guy down right now at will, and he's not doing it. This is the problem. Take this man down at will up against the cage, put him up against the cage, lace the legs, and start working ground and pound, Bo. Or submit him if you're that good. Bo Nickel is refusing to take down Rainier de Ritter. We've all been begging him to do it. He's not delivering here. He's been trolling all week about his stupid-ass weight cut. Nobody believes him. Bo's trashing right now. Who agrees with me that Bo's trashing? The crowd's chanting Bo, but I say bullshit. The crowd's chanting Bo, but I say bullshit. How about that? Okay, so Bo tries to go for a takedown. He finally got it. Now let's see what happens here, Bo. Do what I'm telling you to do. There you go. Working an elbow here. Thank you, Bo. This is what we want from you. But we like to see more domination. Don't just fucking win. You know what I mean? You're coming in here, a top hot prospect. They're putting you at minus 1,300 odds and shit like that. Fight like that, Bo. Or maybe we're overestimating you. Maybe that's my fault. You tell me. I can accept that. Okay, Bo going guillotine. Rainier is good right now, though. Okay. Rainier was in danger. For sure, Rainier was in danger. But now Rainier is in fucking side control. Bo's flat on his back. Not recovering half guard yet. Let's see if he can do that. That's step one, right? Recover half guard. Come on, Bo. I mean, to be honest, side control is a favorable position for the bottom guy. And he just put himself into half guard, which a lot of top guys put themselves in half guard. Just saying. Not a criticism. Just putting it out there. I feel like Bo could have possibly gotten up from side control if he had a escape there. Or a sweep from side control. I guess there's no sweep from side control, but there are escapes. Bo needs to now recover full guard, right? Now that he's in half guard, recover full guard. Don't be doing no lockdown lazy shit. We all know that doesn't work. See, even Paul Felder just called for it. The guard is open. And RDR is going to start taking mount. That's why you need to start recovering guard, because RDR is going to take mount if you don't start fighting this. but Bo's got a little butterfly hook, and he basically just put him to side control. Now Bo can get up, and he's working it. Like I was saying, went to his stomach. Now RDR's got him in a front headlock, guillotine type thing. Going to Bo's back. Bo's flat on his knees right now. RDR working some ground and pound. Bo's standing up. Bo does not like being on the ground. Matt returned from RDR. They're back to their feet. Bo's fucking ear is bleeding like a crazy from all the cauliflower. Ooh, elbow on Bo. Now let's see. Okay, Bo's eating a jab now. Bo's not looking as good. I'm going to be honest. Bo's looking... I'm going to hold my judgment for a second. Okay, commercial break. Do not do that with Bo when Bo's on. All right, in between the commercial, I'm going to be working to get my boy MTK on here. And I got to go to Zoom. Let's go EOS. Okay, the fight's back on. Okay, so Paul Felder just said that Bo pretty much lost that round. I would say he did. Starting off the round, and it's a dogfight. RDR's making it a dogfight. But definitely, I forgot to mention that. 10-9 RDR. Bo is sweating. Like crazy. Bo's got him clinched up against the cage. Now, Bo's not going to take him down. Apparently, in the corner, Bisping saying Bo's team wants him to take him down. And here Bo is, clinched up against the cage, and he didn't take him down. Now, DeRitter's got Bo up against the cage. Working punches. Bo is not reacting well. RDR's got Bo up against the cage right now. He's winning the round for sure. Working a judo throw. He's a judo black belt for the record, I've heard. Working knees. Bo is trying, but it's not working for him. And see, RDR's advantage here is he can just do whatever he wants. Because if he happens to fall on his back, Bo is in a world of trouble. And two knees to the liver, knee to the head. Bo is up against the cage, trying to work his boxing. Breathing heavy. Knees from RDR. Elbows from RDR. Punches. Bo's just up against the cage flat right now. Not feeling it. Bo's smiling. Acting like he got a nut shot or something. Bo is hurt right now. Taking all these shots. Oh, he's about to get knocked out. I swear to God. Bo is about to get knocked out. I swear to God. Bo just quit. Hey, shout out to RDR. Bo just quit. Hey, maybe that's the weight cut for Bo. Hey, Bo, maybe you shouldn't cut that much weight. I guess you came into fight week 2 overweight, right, Bo? That's what happened. You came in too overweight. I guess you cut too much weight, right? You're telling the truth or you're trolling? What happened, Brody? Your interview with Chael Sonnen didn't work out? Where you asked him what you should have done? We all told you what you should have done, Bo. And you've been avoiding jiu-jitsu and shit like that, and it shows. You can't be the master of your own camp. You can't come into this game thinking you know everything just because you were an NCAA champion 3 times. I mean, to be honest, I don't want to pile on to you right now, Bo, but let's be real, dude. All right, let me try to... Oh, my goodness gracious. Knee to the liver. And Bo goes down. But that's a quit. Bo was like, I don't want to take this shit. I got too much money in the bank. My life's too good, too cushy. You know what I mean? And I'm going off right now because Bo's been trolling. Bo's been thinking his shit don't stink, and his shit smells like fucking ass. So let's see what happens here. I never gone off on someone like that, and when Bo came into the UFC, I was a big fan. I was super excited. But you know, I can't put my finger on it. I kind of can. You know, like the trolling on the weight cut and shit like that. But goddamn, Bo. Goddamn, brother. Minus 1,300 odds. That shit's crazy. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna calm down. It's a commercial break. Let me try to get my boy MTK in here to react. What happens if I do this real quick? Oh shit. I think I'll be fine. Alright, so I gotta... let me see. I think it might be too complicated to invite my boy in here. I'm gonna try to do it one more time. But I'm gonna focus on that after this Octagon interview. Drop a comment if you guys want Bo to win that shit. Shout out to Bo, man, but honestly, I don't got much sympathy. Bo hasn't involved himself with the media. He's ever since coming into the UFC, he's taken himself from a step above everybody else, thinking his shit don't stink, and I don't appreciate that shit. You can take your elitist somewhere else, always going on an aerial show, thinking that's the only thing to do. Got your own podcast, right? You got everything on your own. You got your own team, your own gym. Shout out to you, Bo. Shout out Reindeer. He put that boy down a fucking mountain, steamrolled him. Rainier's got a Dutch kickboxing background, so that's what he was saying there. Second round knockout, body shot. Bo is officially exposed. He will never be a UFC champion, I promise you that. I'll say that right now. Rewind the tape. Rewind the tape. Rewind the tape when it's all said and done. And call me, say what you want now, but when I tell the truth, just remember that. Rainier said he blacked out when he knocked out Bo. His call out. Oh shit, RDR just called out Strickland. He said, that's your best American wrestler. Give me your best American striker. Strickland, let's go. Strickland, let's go, big dog. But I think Strickland wants Izzy. I think Strickland wants Izzy, but Rainier's getting big bucks, so he's going to get a big fight. Let's pull up the rankings real quick, and then let's get my boy MTK in here if we can. UFC.com. Rankings. Damn, if you guys wanted some viral content, you should repost that my reaction to that shit. I would do that, but I can't. I went too crazy on Bo. Let me see here. Rainier, number 13. What's Bo ranked? He ain't even ranked. Unranked. Bo unranked. Knocked his ass out. Rainier's 13. You definitely put him up above Costa and Allen. Just off of that Bo. A Marvin. You know what I mean? Strickland is the number 2 ranked contenders. And Rainier's number 13. Izzy wants Strickland back, I believe. I believe Izzy gets it because he's, you know, has more say. So if Nasser Dean is sitting out, right? Because, but Nasser Dean's not going to accept a fight apparently, probably, because he said that on his own platform. Robert Whitaker, Kyle Baralio, and Anthony Hernandez are all in weird positions right now. Cannonier Dolidze. Let's see what happens with De Ridder. Shoot for the moon, you might land amongst the stars. Now I'm gonna try to invite MTK in. So mute that, and I'm gonna go. No video. Microphone real tech. Start. All right. Let me copy the invitation and email him the link. RD. Alrighty. Damn, Bo Nickel, that shit's crazy. By the way, I'll rate Rainier's Octagon call out at 10 out of 10. Okay, I just invited MTK. MTK, if you're watching this, get that link. We don't got too much time until that main event hits. All right, hopefully MTK joins in ASAP. Hopefully MTK joins in ASAP. That was a crazy reaction I had. That was a wild reaction. Drop your fucking reactions in the chat. Let me know what you think. My boy MTK not joining. We got the main event, Cory Sandhagen, coming up. We got my boy MTK joining. We're going to get a reaction going to the Bo Nickel. If you didn't see my reaction, rewind the tape. That's probably the craziest reaction you'll see. RDR Sean Strickland. Do we want that? Do we want... What do we want? What do we want? Do we want Robert Whitaker, Anthony Hernandez, Kyle Baralio? Kyle wants to fight, right? I say give him fucking RDR maybe. Cory Sandhagen coming up next. Hey, what do you guys think about his little promo style, his satire comedy? You fuck with it? You don't fuck with it? I'm gonna be honest. For me, I'm about how to sell a fight, right? I'm about how to sell a fight. And I think it's too much work for him to even do that, bro. Like, I mean, not saying he's not focusing on training, but I'm just saying, like, you could just be worrying about so much more recovery and stuff like that versus working on these satire videos and thinking through all these things. Unless you want to be creative, no hate. My thing is, though, all we care about is training footage. All we care about is being a beast. All we care about is confidence, calling your shot. And unfortunately, being a funny satire guy, making fun of the fact that you don't know how to promote yourself, I don't know how many fights that's going to sell. Chael Sonnen said he likes that, and he's like, it's working on him. But in my opinion, That's not going to get the guy down the street to be like, yo, you watching Cory Sandhagen fight tonight? And that should be your ultimate goal as a fighter. And if that's not your ultimate goal, cool. Respect you for doing your thing, but we're just on 2 different wavelengths. You feel me? And that's all it is. My boy MTK is going to start joining, so drop your fucking predictions in the chat. I guess put like sand or some shit like that. Or Brazilian flag, American flag. Sandhagen, Figueiredo, who you got? Honestly, I don't know. Figgy has shocked me so many times. People posting this fat picture of him this week. Don't know how real that is. Didn't even bother to like see how real it is. So let me see how this fight's coming up. Bro, my boy MTK is lagging. He's not going to be able to join. Because once these guys get into the octagon, I can't be, you know what I mean? We got to listen to the audio on here. But right now, they're not even walking out. Okay, Figgy's walking out. Brazilian flag. He's looking good. I'm gonna text MTK. We're gonna do that. We're gonna react after. All right, we got the walkouts coming. All right, Figgy, let's see how cut up he's looking. You know, we had Ryan Garcia this week, so I wasn't super locked in on this main event, but Figgy's looking decent. Maybe he's looking a little bit less cut up, but he also used to fight at 125, so it's probably just that. Let me see. All right, let's see what happens here. I'm going to just go with leaning towards Sandhagen. Let's see what happens. But yeah, like I was saying about Sandhagen's style of promotion. Him and Bo Nickel. That's why I was trolling Bo Nickel saying, I guess it was the weight cut. I guess you cut too much weight, you know. Because he's trolling the fans. I don't know what he's doing if he thinks like, oh, I'm selling more pay-per-views because this trolling post is going to create engagement and rage bait and, you know, a bunch of likes. I'm sure that happened. But let me say this, right? Let me say this. I've used to love this saying, men lie, women lie, children lie, but numbers don't lie. But you know what? I've learned numbers do lie. Because if you aren't relevant, which Bo is not relevant in this game because he hasn't surrounded himself the way that he needs to in the MMA world, as far as media goes, he just thinks he can create his own podcast, go on Ariel Helwani show, and that's going to do it for him. Maybe troll on social media. That doesn't create relevance, brother, because none of the media outlets are posting you. That creates relevance. So no matter how many numbers Bo generates, because he's got a bunch of followers, he's got a loyal wrestling fan base, and all that stuff, right? All those numbers are a lie. They're a lie. There are people in the UFC with less followers than Bo who will sell more tickets than Bo. Shout out DDP. Shout out Joaquin Buckley. You know what I mean? Shout out Ian Gary. I was saying something about Bo and all that, so I don't know where that tied into, but the weight cut and the style of promotion. Now, Cory is a dog. at the end of the day, even though he doesn't know how to tell you guys he's a dog, or he kind of does, but just not entertaining. Cory's a dog. I respect him. I would actually be willing to help him out and tell him what, you know, the fans want to hear. As far as drawing up some controversy, some headlines, you know what I mean? That's the thing. People don't realize that at the same time, you got to draw up headlines and make narratives, but the more casual and nonchalant it is, the better, you know? The more planned out, the more people think that it's generated. People know that. The audience is getting smarter these days. So Cory's about to get into the octagon. Getting greased up. I guess Cory's biggest win is like Frankie Edgar. That's the only one they're highlighting. Yeah, because Cory didn't even beat TJ Dillashaw. Cory always kind of falls in these moments. I think he'll get the job done though, but biggest win is Frankie Edgar? That's crazy. Him versus O'Malley? Okay, so Cory comes in there. He's dogging him. He's doing his little strut. I feel like if I was a fighter, I'd be like, all right, I'm going to get Cory's ass. Yeah, and Figgy's kind of like that. Figgy's like, yeah, let's go. Let's go. You're doing your little strut. You're walking heavy. You're bouncing, pacing back and forth. But Figgy's like, let's go. I feel like I would be more Figgy style. Cory's like such a nice guy. He almost doesn't know how to be mean. Or like it comes off funny. 33 Cory, 37 Figgy, 5'11 Cory, 5'5 Figgy. Cory weighed in 35.5, Figgy 35 even, 70-inch reach, 68-inch reach for Figgy. So Cory, you know, didn't have to cut half a pound, which is kind of an advantage. 2-inch reach advantage, youth advantage. He just doesn't have the championship level winning experience, but he has fought at the championship level, I guess you could say. Figgy stays dyeing his hair blonde and red. You got to respect it. Dedication to the craft. You got to be dedicated to your look. It's like the Wish version now, but it's all good. The strip has gotten thinner over the years. Let's put it like that. The red stripe. Drop it in the chat, boys. Brazilian flag, American flag. We got Cory Sandhagen. We got Figueiredo. This is an American fucking stream, so I'm guessing you guys are going Sandhagen. But, you know, Figgy's got a weird style to him. He used to explain how he really learned, like, fighting, like, from a primal, animalistic perspective, being from the Panama. I think it's called Panama. In Brazil, he's from, like, basically, like, where jaguars are in the forest. That's where this guy comes from. Like that big, you know, wetlands. This is where he's from. He lives off the grid, Figgy. Let's go, Figgy. 37, though. I wonder if he saved any of his money. Yeah, Figgy's from a different type of ghetto. Figgy's from, like, fucking the jungle. You know, for real. Of all people in the UFC, he's the jungle man. Sandhagen, the Sandman, 17-5. Minus 45 favorite. Damn, put some respect on Figgy. 9-1 as a favorite. Okay. So he's never favored against these big dogs. Putting up the number one. Cory's looking hyped. Cory's good, you know. He doesn't really knock too many guys out, I don't think, anymore. Well, you have to remember when Cory came into the UFC, he was even... He was great. Cory was great. And he's still that guy, you know. He's still that guy. I guess the more we got to know him, that mask has kind of come off. But Cory really did come in more of a savage than he kind of, like, really is at heart, if that makes sense. Like, if you never hear him talk, way more of a savage. They're about to start. They're standing, looking to strike. Cory opens up with a leg kick, a little oblique kick. They both got that MMA style of boxing stance, like the far out hands. I saw a video where they said that the far out hands is better in MMA because they got so much weapons coming at you. Versus boxing, you can be a little bit closer. Figgy slips a shot, goes for a takedown. Clinched up in the middle of the octagon, basically. Cory puts him against the cage. They're up against the cage. Figgy's kind of defending. Breaks out. Hits Cory with an uppercut. Can Figgy put Cory out, though? That's Figgy's thing. He got to put you out. Damn, UFC Iowa got their boy smashed. Oh, it's UFC Des Moines. My bad. They're boxing, but Figgy's a little bit scared to... Cory's a little bit scared to strike because Figgy's got really good counters if you lead. And it seems like Cory knows that. He's just working leg kicks. Sneaking them in. And, you know, as the rounds go on, Cory will start mixing in shots. Landed a big uppercut on Figgy. Figgy takes him down. Nice single leg trip. Takes his back. Dude, Cory just stood right up. Big size difference. It's 6 inches. Cory's now on top. Just like I kind of expected. Deiveson going for a knee bar. Or an ankle lock. But he doesn't have anything. Cory's just punching him. The proper defense in MMA. That's why leg locks don't work in MMA. Cory just got to pass over that knee, though. Or, you know, break off that triangle real quick. There's nothing. There's nothing. I think Cory's probably going to get a finish here if I'm being honest. If I'm being honest. I think Cory will get a finish. Number 4 versus number 5. Cory's number 4. Cory had a weird reaction. I wonder if that hurt his knee just a little bit. Figgy's just eating shots. Cory's landing shots, but his knee's in a precarious position. See, Figgy's got a great sweep. Ooh, he's got like a calf slicer on Cory almost. Figgy's got like a front calf slicer on Cory. Cory's kind of stuck. But, you know, Cory's on top. Cory, you got to just stack him. Push them down. Push his knees down. And, you know, there you go. Cory working more ground and pound. He might finish Figgy. Minute left. You know, Cory's one of those guys where he's always been looming. He's always been looming. He can't get it done. You know, he can't get to that title. Always losing the big one. This isn't a big one. You know, it's 4 versus 5. Cory's fighting down, but it makes his argument stronger. Figgy's flat on his back right now. Taking ground and pound, not looking good. Cory, easy round one, easy. I mean, if it wasn't for that knee bar, it's like a 10-8. No commercial breaks. Gotta love it. Hey, shout out Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero. You know, if you watch that sparring session, Ryan had no business being a big old favorite on Rolly. That's my only thing. I didn't know if Ryan was going to beat Rolly or not, but I knew it was going to be way closer. And if I wasn't better, you got to put the money on Rolly. A plus 700, bro. Are you kidding me? Did you watch that sparring session? Like, don't let your eyes, don't think your eyes don't lie to you. You know what I mean? That sparring session's all you got to see, bro. And then Rolly's back is fucking massive. Ryan, I still don't think he's like on roids or anything like that with the Austrian against Haney. I think it was like a contamination probably. I believe him. That shit happened to O'Malley. We don't call him a steroid cheat. Round two, start of round two. Now, you know, Cory's got a lot of money in the bank on Figgy already, so. Okay, so Bisping called it a 10-8 round, yeah. Pure dominance, other than that knee bar. But did he have him in a serious submission? No. Nothing even like a real thing you could call. I could go 10-8 for sure. Figgy going for a takedown. You know, Figgy had a takedown. It wasn't the most. I've seen worse 10-8s, so. Someone else just put 10-9 Sandhagen, so. Bronster just put 10-9 Sandhagen. 10-9, 10-8, you know. Cory working leg kicks, switching stances. I don't know how good that is in MMA, the whole switch stance thing. Conor made it popular, but it might have been Conor's downfall. Conor crosses his feet these days when he fights. Terrible. They're fighting, doing their thing. Sandhagen's just poking on the outside. Leg kicks, jabs. Just got rocked. Didn't really get rocked, but he took a big shot. Hey, let's get this up to like 10 likes by the end of it, huh? If we can. Figgy got Sandhagen down. Sandhagen going for a leg lock. Figgy went right back for his own leg lock. Leg kick from Cory, back up to their feet. Oblique kick. Cory with a takedown. Takes down Figgy, nice. Figgy looking tired, looking up at Cory. Cory standing over him, raining down punches. Cory's got to get a finish. If you don't finish Figgy, I don't think it's going to be as impressive. Cory pitching a shutout. That's amazing to see, actually, you know? Because Figgy is a former champion, but he's very undersized at bantamweight. Figgy got a little cut, bleeding now. Cory just kind of in butterfly guard here, just raining down punches. Working into side control, half guard. Cory throwing like these 50% just like ground and pound shots. Figgy going for another knee bar. And Cory's like, you know what, bro? I ain't letting this happen again. But it's working.